Hey guys, Mike from D2D Millionaire here. And are you being clutch while you're selling pest control door to door? One thing that a lot of sales reps make the mistake of is they don't really take their game to the next level, or kind of what we call being clutch. And basically what that means is you want to be at your best in all aspects while you're selling pest control door to door. So one area that you really want to focus on is going to be prime time. And if you're not familiar with that, that's basically when the majority of people are going to be home after work. It's kind of a window where almost everyone's home, almost every door that you knock on, somebody's going to be answering, and it gives you an opportunity to go through a lot of numbers very quickly. So a few things that you want to pay attention to is, one, is you want to work smarter, not harder, while you're selling door to door. So an example of that would be spending time with the right people. A lot of newer sales reps kind of make the mistake of selling or trying to sell to people that just aren't interested. They try and focus on closing everyone rather than actually talking to the people that are really interested and are better potential customers and that qualify for their products and services. So instead of focusing on closing someone that isn't really interested and kind of trying to convince them to get started on your products and services, go through the numbers and find people that actually qualify first, and your time is going to be a lot better spent. So one thing you should focus on is trying to qualify about 50% of the people that you talk to. And when you're selling pest control, there's a few key things that you should look for to make sure that somebody's going to qualify before you spend a lot of time with them. So one, as you're approaching their home, their property, be on the lookout for pest activity that you can see. If you can see that they already have pests, they definitely qualify. Another thing that you want to look for or listen for is when someone admits to having a pest issue. If they admit to having pests, you can help them. The final aspect that you really want to pay attention and look for is someone asking how much is it. If they're asking how much your products and services are, there's some sort of interest that you can move further on, and again, a lot better chances to make that potential sale. And you can really emphasize the discount on limited space during prime time, because again, most people that you're going to knock doors on, they're going to be home. So you can just emphasize that to the people that you're talking to. You can kind of be more aggressive in the sense of being like, hey, there's all kinds of people home right now. We're going to be talking to a ton of people in the next couple of hours. We only have X number of spots left. We only have 2 spots left. And again, somebody's going to take those. We just wanted to let you know in case you wanted to be one of the first, so you can lock in that spot if that's something that you want to take that advantage of, that discount. So again, you're able to be a little bit more aggressive without being pushy, because again, you understand, they understand that there's a lot of people home right now, a lot of people you're talking to, and somebody's going to fill that spot. It can be them or someone else. So that can really help you increase sales as well. Another great way to be clutch is to practice your craft. A lot of times what people will do when they're selling pest control is they don't really know it very well, and again, they don't practice their initial greetings, they don't practice their icebreakers, they don't practice their close, all these different things. And then when it gets to being live and actually talking to a potential customer, they're nervous, they fidget around things, they get lost, they don't know what they're talking about, and they ruin a lot of sales that they could have made. So you want to practice, and again, don't just only practice live on the doors, work on it in your off time, so when it is prime time and you're talking to the most people, you have the opportunity to get the best results, you're on point, you're clutch, and again, you're going to make a lot more sales in that aspect. Another thing that you really want to know is just be aware of your surroundings, where a lot of sales reps, they again kind of go into things and they're winging it rather than paying attention to what's going on. So again, some areas you really want to focus on is going to be knowing names of neighbors so you can name drop. One of the best strategies in door-to-door sales is going to be name dropping, past customers, current customers, neighbors that you've talked to about your services, different things like that, because that creates that trust and that rapport, and it gives you a reason to be in the neighborhood versus someone that's just trying to be there to push something on people. So name dropping is important. Make sure you know neighbors and, like I said, current customers, past customers, people that you've talked to. Another thing to really focus on is going to be pest activity. Know what's going on, right? So again, if you haven't explored the area, you haven't talked to anyone yet, it might be hard to determine that. But as you go through various houses, you're going to start to talk to people and get to know what's going on in the neighborhood. So again, who has pests, what pest issues are happening, and it's going to make it a lot easier to make more sales as well when you know that. So again, a couple things to really keep in mind, again, is being to work smarter, not harder, to, again, know your craft, practice, make sure you're good, and then again, be aware of your surroundings, whether that's knowing neighbors' names, pest activity, again, various things like that. So again, hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you are in door-to-door sales or pest control sales, be sure to head on over to d2dmillionaire.com. You can actually enter your information for access to our free podcast training on how to avoid the 5 most common mistakes sales reps make in door-to-door sales. So if you're struggling, maybe not getting the results that you want, or maybe you just want this year to be your best year yet, again, head on over to d2dmillionaire.com and enter your information for access to our free podcast training, again, on how to avoid the 5 most common mistakes sales reps make in door-to-door sales. But thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.